K Nation. Sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Coming up on K-Nation, the Jayhawks had a dominant win over West Virginia to open up conference play, and we've got all the highlights.
Plus, Wildcat Volleyball took down a top 25 team on the road this weekend. We'll recap that matchup and more on the court for K-State.
And we've got 2 exclusive interviews with KU tennis head coach Todd Chapman and K-State men's golf head coach Grant Robbins. You won't want to miss it. Welcome into K-Nation. I'm Colin Flood alongside Sydney Clark, and we've got a packed show for you today covering plenty of KU and, of course, K-State fall sports.
And we'll get to all of that and much more, but first, Cole, you were at the booth yesterday for the Jayhawks' dominant win over West Virginia.
And I think dominant was putting it nicely, all right? It was just domination all over the field. Start with the defense. After forcing a 3-and-out, the Jayhawks then got to work on the offensive side. Jalen Daniels connecting with Levi Wentz on 4th and short. Well, he would go 41 yards untouched for the first score of the game. Well, after the second quarter now, KU leading 10-3. Insert LaShawn Williams. Daniels finds him wide open for 39 yards and rock chalk. The Jayhawks having a good time, Sid. But it wasn't just the offense clicking. How about the defense forcing 2 turnovers, including Trey Lathan with the INT against his former team. He was hyped up for that moment. KU already up big now late in the game, but the exclamation point, Williams again way too shifty, juking left and right, 62 yards to the house as KU dominates in the conference opener, winning 41-10. Head coach Lance Leipold says this was a great start and something to build off of.
Not as clean as we completely like, but I do like the makeup of this football team. I like how they go about it daily, though we're never perfect. I like the attitude of which they've been extremely coachable. They own up to where we got to get better, and hopefully today is one that we continue for them to have the hunger to keep going, be coached, be pushed, and again get ready for another challenging game next week.
KU now turns its attention next week to Cincinnati, and we'll hear from the coaching staff this week on that matchup. But Cole, a dominant win for the Jayhawks, and you said it earlier. What stood out to you this week?
There's a lot of great factors that we saw all around the field, but of course you have to talk about LaShawn Williams, who he's stepped up, especially in replace of Daniel Highshaw, who's a little banged up in the week, and he left early in the first quarter, but Williams made the most of his opportunities. All right, he had 19 carries for 129 yards. Of course, that big one at the end. He also had a lone reception for a score as well, so it was safe to say he was ready for the opportunity.
Always Highshaw, a tough dude, man. You never know him. He probably played through a lot of stuff. So truthfully, it just comes down to general. You should always practice like you're gonna be that guy. So it didn't change anything the way I practice. So it just truthfully just stay ready. So you got to get ready.
LaShawn knew that this might be a game that he would have to step up more. And I really thought he did. And he runs physical. He does and does such a good job. He's a good one-cut guy as well. But that was impressive. I told him I didn't know you're that fast. I'll run everybody on that one. But it was a heck of a run. He got some good downfield blocking, and again, a big-time game for him.
And Cole, you got a clean look of those all-black uniforms. What do you think out there in the booth?
Those are extremely clean, especially as the night came down a little bit. But even Lance Leipold right there having some jokes, saying, I didn't know he could break that away a little bit.
And you could tell out there
the
on that
vibes were
field.
high for sure in the conference opener.
Now the K-State Wildcats had a bye week this week before having its first conference game at home against UCF. Saying it's been a tough season for the Wildcats so far, it would be an understatement. But the team is looking for a bounce-back win following 2 devastating losses to Army at home and Arizona on the road. Now UCF has big wins against North Carolina A&T 68-7 and UNC yesterday 34-9. While not the toughest strength of schedule, the Knights could prove to be quite a challenge for a struggling Wildcat defense. We'll hear from Chris Kleiman tomorrow, but here's him from a few weeks ago talking about the importance of preparation throughout the week.
Tough spot, not a crisis, but a tough spot that we're still growing. We're still going to get some guys back that are banged up, that we just need to keep finding a way to play better football every day and not worry about trying to play better football on Saturday.
Now, a quick recap of the Wildcat season so far. They opened things up in Dublin, Ireland. Cole was there versus Iowa State. Things immediately went south with Dylan Edwards muffed a punt at the beginning of the game. Despite the loss, it was to a good, now ranked number 14 Cyclones team. Things started to trend downward in week 1 when the Cats narrowly avoided an upset to the North Dakota Fighting Hawks, squeezing out a 38-35 win, and then the upset at home versus Army and a 6-point loss on the road in Arizona. It really shook up the season. This bye week hopefully, brought some reset and rejuvenation for them.
You would hope, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you have to at this point. Take it easy a little bit. You had a lot of close calls and obviously the loss as well just most recently. So see what they can bounce back of. I know they started 0-1 in conference play since that Arizona game doesn't count. So let's see what they can do now in front of the home crowd and really get something going.
And they were trending downwards. So the bye week, it kind of came at a great time for them to regroup and recollect.
I really hope so. Get some guys who maybe a little banged up, a little healthier. Yeah. Dylan Edwards in particular. So seeing what he can do once they come back.
And Topeka native Gary Woodland was inducted into the Kansas Athletics Hall of Fame on Friday, a Jayhawk legend who sits as one of the most decorated golfers in KU history. The 2019 U.S. Open champion was surrounded by family and friends and Kansas golf supporters at the KU golf practice facility, and the vibes were high. Woodland's journey wasn't easy after having surgery in 2023 to remove a benign brain tumor. He was the recipient of the PGA Tour Courage Award this past February, and it was an emotional day for sure of reflection for Woodland, who grew up a KU fan his whole life.
I just got the call a couple weeks ago, and I think maybe when I get back to Allen Fieldhouse and see my name in there and I'm able to show my kids, I think it'll sink in then, but this is still a lot for me to take in. I've been a fan here my whole life, came to basketball games as a kid, so now being able to put my name in history here is something beyond my dreams.
Next up for Woodland is the Ryder Cup in New York next week, where he's the vice captain of Team USA.
All right, and the K-State men's golf team competed at the Holly early last week in Colville, Utah, and scored a pretty big team result. The men placed 5th out of 14 teams, finishing 13 over par. Oliver Toyer finished tied 28th at 6 over par, and J.P. Roller tied 33rd at 8 over par.
And the K-State women also competed earlier last week at the Sam Golden Invitational, but are currently in Norman competing in the Schooner Fall Classic. The team is tied with Houston for 5th at 3 under so far. Naomi Nakasmi, I want to make sure I say that right, is tied for 10th at 3 under par, and Staley Fields tied 24th at 1 over.
All right, well, don't go anywhere, folks. We got plenty more to talk about, including exclusive one-on-ones with Todd Chapman and Grant Robbins. You'll hear from the coaches about their team season so far.
But first, we've got Big 12 soccer to talk about. Both KU and K-State had their conference home openers on the road. We've got the numbers and look ahead to their next matchups.
Hi folks, Rodney and Eric Robertson from Window Design and Remodeling, where we build to last a lifetime.
We now offer the Fortress Evolution steel framing system that won't rot or warp and comes with a 25-year warranty.
Finished with Envision composite decking and aluminum railings, such style and comfort, the summer months never look so good.
Call today or stop by our showroom and receive $1,500 off your Fortress and Envision deck project. Window Design and Remodeling, we are your home remodeling specialist.
Oktoberfest is coming to the Blind Tiger Brewery and Restaurant. Our celebration coincides with the original Oktoberfest in Munich. Bring the family and celebrate the German way at the Blind Tiger Brewery. Come join us at 37th and Kansas. Prost!
For over 38 years, our law firm has called Kansas home. If your child has suffered a birth injury, you need an experienced team on your side. Contact us today for a free consultation and let Prochaska Howell Prochaska be your birth injury team.
When you've been in the senior major leagues as long as we have, injuries are bound to happen.
Ow, my arm.
Here at McCry Plaza, getting you back in the game is our top priority.
Hey, put me in, Coach.
So the next time you find yourself on the injured list, think of McCry Plaza for your rehab needs.
Keep your RV in top shape with Noller RV's exclusive service specials. Our part-timer package is just $349, perfect for occasional trips. And our weekender package is only $11.99, ideal for frequent travelers. Visit Noller RV today for expert service and peace of mind on the road.
Score big at Noller Hyundai. Get 0% on the award-winning 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Santa Fe Hybrids. 1.99% on 2025 Hyundai Elantra Hybrids and Tucsons. Plus get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty only at Noller Hyundai.
For Brittany, it's more than a move. It's a new city. It's a new role. It's a brand new horizon that's hers for the taking. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
Welcome back to K-Nation. I'm Sydney Clark, joined by Cole Implett. The K-State men competed at the Bearcat Invitational earlier last week and picked up some good results. The team finished in 8th at 6 over par, and the Hawks' Luke Connor finished tied for 23rd and was even, while Ty Lasley finished tied 33rd at +2.
And the KU women, they did not compete this week, but they will be on the road starting tomorrow as the Jayhawks will be at the 2025 Golf Week Red Sky Classic in Wolcott, Colorado. Kansas is one of 20 teams competing, including Big 12 foe Arizona. The Hawks will look to defend their title, having won the event last year. Now, the Wildcats have also been having a stellar start to its season with just one loss against UC Santa Barbara a few weeks ago. So the Cats took on East Carolina last night, won 3-2 in volleyball. But the highlight of the week for K-State volleyball was defeating number 25 North Carolina in Chapel Hill. The Cats won 3-2 with Shaylee Myers racking up 27 kills and Ava LeGrand recording 45 assists. Simone Sims had 18 digs to help K-State take down the ranked opponent. All right.
And KU volleyball has been on a heater lately, winning its last 6 sets, 5 of them being sweeps. On Tuesday, the Hawks were down in Wichita taking on the Shockers, and despite the sweep, set 1 was a tough one to win. The Jayhawks won the first set 28-26, but it was smooth sailing after that for the Hawks. Kansas won set 2 25-14 and set 3 25-16. The Hawks took on South Florida earlier today and defeated them 3-1. They are currently facing number 18 Creighton and lost in 3 straight sets.
K-State also opened up Big 12 play on Thursday, traveling out to Boulder, Colorado to take on the Buffs. This game would end in a 0-0 draw as the Cats put up 3 shots in the first half and 4 in the second, while K-State Neminder Maddie Sibling faced 4 shots in the first and 10 in the second, though only 5 of those 14 shots were on target. Sibling made 4 of those saves alone in the second half. Up next for the Cats, they'll be back in Manhattan on Thursday, hosting TCU.
It'll be fun to see both of these teams get back to home. The Hawks opened up conference play on Thursday, heading down to Stillwater to take on the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. It was a draw through the first half where Kansas had 5 shots, ended up having 13 on the day. Junior Caroline Costins was quick to notch a goal right out of the gate in the second half. Just 10 minutes in, she would score her second goal of the season. Her first goal of the season was scored all the way back in KU's first game of the season against Missouri State.
The University of Kansas announced last week that they're putting the Kansas Relays on hold for 2026, as Athletic Director Travis Goff confirmed this to the Lawrence Journal-World, saying the event's cancellation is to help the university save money in the NIL era. The event costs about $350,000 and draws in approximately 5,000 high school and college students to compete.
And this is only for this year. It's still on the men's for other ones as well. So just kind of adding that in there. And stick with us. We've still got plenty more to share, including my exclusive one-on-one with Kansas tennis coach Todd Chapman. We'll be right back.
They were very easy to work with. I knew they would be the people we would want to use. In fact, we did not even get other bids. We were so pleased with the product and the customer service that Denali provided that we just stayed with them throughout.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your Heart of America Chevy dealer today.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Ready to tailgate? It's the 27 KSNT Tailgate Sweepstakes. Enter now at KSNT.com for your chance to win a brand new grill and 4 tickets to the KU versus Cincinnati football game. Sponsored by LMH Health and these fine sponsors.
I first encountered Mark Twain tonight when Hal did the PBS version. It was just so entertaining and wonderful. The secret, I think, to his humor was that everything was absolutely straight and serious. I hope I can keep a straight face.
Richard Thomas in Mark Twain Tonight.
Kansas State University's McCain Auditorium, October 2nd. Buy tickets now.
Get ready for the Meriden Fall Festival and Swap Meet happening September 27th and 28th in Meriden, Kansas. Enjoy live music, tour living history, great food, and tons of fun. All for just $5 a day. Kids under 12 get in free. For all the details, visit MeridenThreshers.org.
Welcome back to K-Nation. I'm Sydney Clark, joined by Cole Implett. This week I got to talk to KU women's head tennis coach Todd Chapman ahead of ITA All-American Championships in North Carolina. We talked his 13th year at the helm of the program, his love for KU athletics, and the leadership from his veteran players. Coach, year 13 for you here. Has time flown by? Can you believe it?
In some ways it seems like yesterday. Definitely in some ways it seems like I have been here 12, 13 years. But no, it's been a great time.
And then looking at where you started to where this program is now, just coming off an NCAA tournament appearance, is this where you thought this program could be? Is this the goals you had in mind for this team?
Definitely so. That's why I took the job 13 years ago, because of what I believed Kansas tennis could be. I knew what it had been in the 80s and 90s, and I believe we could get back to that point of being a relevant national program, and so that's what attracted me to the job.
And what is so special about Kansas as you enter year 13 here, and especially this tennis program specifically?
I just think the Lawrence community is wonderful, this area of Kansas and the state of Kansas in general, but being close to Kansas City and the metropolitan area there, and then just you come on the campus and you'll fall in love. And I just think the support, the beauty of what we have, and just the resources we have are second to none.
And a state-of-the-art resource here in this facility itself. What can you tell me about this facility and how it has only elevated the program since it was built?
Yeah, I think we're on year 8 now, and we're coming up on year 8, and yeah, it's definitely, it doesn't hurt for sure. But just the ability to have our own place, our own space, no matter whatever the weather may be outside, we're still able to get in quality training at the highest level. Inside if need be. So we're very fortunate for what we have.
And then what can you kind of tell me as you guys start to open your season and then Big 12 conference play, isn't too far ahead in the future? What can you tell me as you guys enter conference play here?
Excited for this year. I think we have 6 returners coming back. We have addition of 3 new players that we're excited about and how they'll mix in with the team. And I think we're in a great position. We have a variety of upperclassmen and some young players that are new as well. And I just think it's a great group of young women that are hungry to get better and hungry to learn and be coached, and I think they're excited about the success we can have.
And you those newcomers, you have one of those newcomer duos ranked in the preseason polls. How exciting is it to have such young, early on success? They haven't even touched the court yet.
Right. No, it's great. I mean, it shows what they've done before they come here. Meg McCarty is a transfer from Montana State and did well there, and that kind of helped. And then Sandy's coming in with some good international professional experience. So coupled with Kyoka and Heike as well that are coming back as juniors and seniors being ranked high. So I think it's a great start.
And you have quite a few international players on your team. When it comes to international recruiting, how important has that been for the growth of this program?
I think it's just our sport in general. I mean, tennis is a very international sport. It is the most international sport in collegiate athletics. Men's and women's tennis. I just think it's played all over the world. Obviously, you'd love to have a team that's all from your backyard of being able to, much easier in recruiting and everything along those lines, but if you want to be competitive and you want to be on the national scene, you have to figure out where you can find the most talented players from wherever they may be. And so we have a mixture of American and international, but it's all over the country. It's a very international sport.
And you had an addition of an associate head coach in that official title this year. How important is he to this squad?
We're excited to have Jack Maddox with us. He's coming to us with a great resume. He's hungry, he's excited, he's extremely competitive, and just bringing a new energy. I think that's great, and one that perspective. It's always nice to have someone's different thoughts and ideas, not only with myself but with the players. And so I think we're off to a great start.
And you've mentioned that veteran duo that you have going here. I think they're ranked number 20 in the preseason polls as we head in here. What can you say about those veterans and the leadership you have on that team?
Yeah, Heike and Kyoka, this is year 3 and 4 for each of them. They're both extremely talented players. I think they get what it takes to be good. They've seen and played against the best in the country, and I think they're starting to realize they can be some of the best in the country. And they've always had the ability to do that, but you have to have the confidence to do that, and I think that's what's really taking hold.
All right, well, coming up after the break on K-Nation, my exclusive one-on-one with K-State men's golf head coach Grant Robbins. Stick with us.
Batter up at Play It Again Sports. We offer an extensive selection of new and used baseball and softball equipment from Wilson, Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, String King, Dudley, Mizuno, Marucci, and Nakona. We have custom uniforms. Try before you buy with our indoor badge. Bring in your quality used gear to save even more by trading in and trading up or get cash on the spot. We are buying all day, every day. Play It Again Sports, 21st and Fairlawn in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, did you know your fight isn't with the other driver?
It's against their insurance company and a bunch of their big corporate lawyers.
So without legal power on your side, you probably won't get the money you deserve.
That's why Kansas turns to Devon James. We've battled insurance companies for thousands of clients.
And when Devon James fights,
Devon James wins, or you pay us nothing.
Car accident? Devon James wins.
Call 888-8888.
Hi, I'm Jim Knight with Pelleplex of Kansas. With top quality products backed by an industry-leading warranty and a 10-year installation and service promise, you can count on us to provide long-lasting value for your home. Call or visit to learn more about the beauty, affordability, and reliability of Hello Windows and Doors.
Briggs Auto Group, locally owned and operated since 1979. Standing by fair and transparent pricing with no surprise fees. Come see us at Briggs Auto, where trust matters and our customers are number one.
For over 75 years, we've been serving loyal customers and have been a trusted name in the automotive industry. Performance Tire and Auto is here for you.
Whether you're looking at high-performance tires for the best ride or budget-friendly all-season tires, we're here for you.
We have 2 convenient locations, well-trained technicians, and service staff that genuinely want to help you take care of your vehicle. Performance Tire and Auto is here for you.
Honesty and transparency is our #1 goal. Trust Performance Tire and Auto and experience the difference. We're here for you.
Welcome back into K-Nation. I'm Cole Implett alongside Sydney Clark. And Sydney, this week I got a chat with K-State men's golf head coach Grant Robbins about his 12th year with the program, success early on this season, and expectations for a young team. Check it out.
How's it feel so far being here for a 12th season?
It's been great. Yeah, the program's come a long way. We're getting lots of support. You know, the season's gotten off to a really good start. We're pretty excited with the group we have this year.
Awesome. Obviously, you guys have had the success so far, and we'll get into that. How's the energy been, you feel like, this first month?
It's been good. We have a lot of new faces this year, so it's been a little bit different, you know, getting to know the guys and getting to know their games. But, you know, we have players from different countries, and, you know, so far it seems like they're getting along really well. Spending a lot of time together off the golf course, and I think we've got a really good group this year. I think the chemistry looks to be really good so far.
Good. And that's exactly what I want to ask you. You know, you do have a lot of international players on this team.
Right.
How does that kind of come about when in the recruiting process? Do you kind of go looking for them? They just kind of, how's that kind of work?
Yes. So, I mean, we're trying to find the best players we can and to get the most talented players that we can. And, you know, over the last several years, we've been fortunate that we've been able to get some really talented players overseas. So we make that a priority in recruiting. We go over there every summer to look for the best players that we can. And then, you know, word of mouth gets out. I think some players have come here and had good experiences. And I think that's helped open the doors for us for, you know, guys in the future in different countries. And we've been able to expand our recruiting footprint a little bit more.
Definitely. When you guys go international, is there like specific events you try to go to? Normally you'll hit that one, or is it kind of how it depends on how it works out?
Well, the big one that we probably go to is the British Boys, which is in August. There's several other tournaments. Coach Carson's our associate head coach, has gone to Germany before and has gone to the European Team Championships, which kind of moves all over Europe a little bit. I tend to always go to the British Boys, which is in the UK in August. And those are usually you get about 200 of the best players in all of Europe, and it's a good place to see talent and, you know, hopefully get some players here.
I believe 2 top 5 finishes. The first time this program's done it since you guys did in 2023, winning the top 5 3 straight. How does it feel so far, just seeing them get going and finding their groove a little bit?
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, you know, we don't know really what to expect because we do have, you know, several new faces. You know, our last tournament, you know, our 5 players that played, you know, none of those were at regionals last year, so we had to replace 4 really good seniors. But it's giving the younger guys opportunities, you know, to come and earn a spot and show what they can do. You know, our expectations this year are really just try to get better every day. And, you know, let's just see where it ends. If we do that on a consistent basis and get better each and every day, we'll see where that ends up at the end of the year. So far, I've been pleased. You know, it hasn't been perfect, but you know, what I really like about our guys is the kind of the competitiveness they've shown, the grit that they've shown. You know, attitudes have been good. Body language has been really good. We just got to continue with that, and then just, you know, little things that we got to get better at. You know, just as far as you know, being a little bit more consistent and getting the most out of our rounds and kind of avoiding some of the mental mistakes, you know, that can hurt you. You know, with golf, it comes down to 5 players for 3 rounds, and the margins can be so small, and we got to make sure that we're a team that's not giving away shots. And so that's probably the next step, is get the most out of our rounds and then see where that takes us.
Definitely. And you know, especially with like more of a younger group, it's a good time to get that experience a little bit. Obviously it has its pros and its cons, but how much are you just looking forward to that, saying, hey, yeah, this is their time to step up, really try to make a name for yourself, and having that young group, you can really do that.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, it's obviously when you have experience, that helps a lot. You know, that makes life a little bit easier when you have experienced guys. But you know, Coach Carson and I are looking at this year as kind of like a growth year, and we're really kind of being engaged with our players, and it's kind of fun. We're having to coach our guys up a little bit, and you know, show them the standard that we have here, and then kind of see them buy into it and get better. That's been pretty rewarding so far. We have a long way to go. It's a long season. We've gotten off to a good start, but lots of areas we need to improve on. But you know, really like the group we have. Yeah, I think you can expect a team that's going to go out there and give it everything they have. Like I said, I've been really, really impressed with kind of competitiveness and just kind of their poise on the golf course, especially for such a young group. And you know, I think we can expect a team that's going to go out there and give it everything they have, and you know, that's what we preach, and you know, hopefully we can continue doing that.
We'll be right back after the break with odds for this weekend's games, plus what to look out for.
We'll be right back.
You can catch a ride to our new 5,000 square foot showroom in Topeka and look at all the spas we have to offer. Come into Swims and Sweeps today for your new spa. From Aspen Spas or Innova Spas, we will always beat the spa show on price.
For over 40 years, Messler Roofing, Siding, and Windows has been helping families transform their home with quality products and service.
We treat your home like it's our own.
Where trust and integrity still matter. At Messler Roofing, Siding, and Windows,
we've got you covered.
Honestly.
Hey, howdy ho, neighbor! Request to locate, huh? I think I know what I'm doing. I'll be done before you could spell 811.
Digging without locating the underground utilities is like driving with your eyes closed.
It's fine! Jeb, what did you do? I think I broke the law!
Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time. Click or call Kansas 811.
Fall into savings at Noller Ford. Lease a new 2025 Ford Escape for $299 a month, or a new 2025 Ford Explorer for $320 a month. Bring us any competitor's offer and we'll beat it by $500. Only at Noller Ford.
Faith Furniture is celebrating 75 years of Sealy Posturepedic, 75 years of reliable support night after night. And for a limited time, you can save big on the comfort you deserve. Right now, save up to $700 on a brand new Sealy Posturepedic mattress. That's right, luxurious comfort, trusted support. Drastically reduced prices, but only while supplies last. Don't wait. Better sleep starts today at Faith Furniture, voted #1 mattress store. When it's time to buy new furniture or mattresses, you just gotta have faith.
On the next Fox 43 AM Live, tee up for the Dream Big Classic benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters serving Shawnee County. Plus, don't miss our Book of the Week with the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library. Join us Monday morning at 9.
Welcome back to K-Nation. I'm Sydney Clark alongside Cole Implett. Before we go, we've got some games to look forward to. The Jayhawks women's golf will be in Colorado looking to defend their title at the Red Sky Classic. Soccer takes on Baylor from Rock Chalk Park on Thursday, and Friday is a packed day with cross country, women's tennis, softball, and volleyball all in action leading up to football versus Cincinnati on Saturday.
All right, and now for the Cats. Women's golf continues its tournament down in Norman tomorrow, while the men's team will be kicking things off in Lincoln, Nebraska. Soccer takes on TCU at home on Thursday. Volleyball plays Arizona at home, and women's tennis is all on the road this week. And of course, football returns from a bye to welcome UCF on Saturday. For the first time in 2 weeks, both KU and K-State will be in action this weekend. Both teams with 11 a.m. kickoffs, and both teams are favored. Vegas has the Wildcats as 5.5-point favorites over UCF at home.
And they also have Jayhawks as 6.5-point favorites over the Bearcats from the booth. And Cole, we're at that point in the season where it's all the sports are getting in there right now. We got softball this week, we got volleyball. It'll be an exciting week of sports.
And can you believe we were begging for this in the summer, saying, oh man, we're so bored, we're ready for things to get going a little bit.
We're ready. Yeah, things are rolling.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight on K-Nation. We'll see you the same time next week following 27 News at 10.
Have a great night. We'll see you next week.